What the hell? Why are you not working with me? Please.
Oh, with a broken heart,
Okay. Sorry.
baby.
All right, I got it. I got it. I got it. And then Europe also like the everyone wanted to explore, right? They either wanted to explore for political reasons, which is like gaining more land, religious reasons, which was like you don't want to be Christian because Great Britain.
Wait, France wants to explore.
Yeah, France was French fish and fur.
French France. They're the same thing, right?
Oh, fur, French fish. But basically, you can sum up why people wanted to go to America for four reasons: political reasons.
For gold.
No, that was why Spain. Remember, that's why Spain wanted to go to Europe. I mean, North America. I'm sorry. That's why Spain wanted to go to the U.S. Right?
Mhm.
But you can sum up the reason why everyone wanted to go to the U.S. in four ways. Why? Sorry, not why everyone wanted to go. Why people wanted to like stay in the U.S. Right? Because like going to the U.S. and like getting land is one thing, but like staying there is completely different. Colonizing it.
What's colonizing?
Colonizing is making a place your home. Like an ant colony, like they just make an ant pile in your backyard. Now they've just
Mhm.
colonized your backyard.
Okay.
So it was either a political reason, which was like you wanted to get more land or more power for your country, or if you were thinking about Spain, that would be gold. Religious
Okay.
reasons. So this could be to escape Christianity because you don't want to be Christian inside Great Britain, or it could be
Mhm.
because you wanted to spread Christianity and you were Spanish and you're like natives need to know what's going on. And economic, that's gold. Sorry, political is glory. Social was like I don't want to wear clothes. I'll go somewhere
Uh,
else that makes it so I don't have to wear clothes.
social.
Yeah,
Okay. Economic is money, right?
economic is money. Religious is like I don't want to be
Wait,
Christian,
what about money?
huh?
What about money?
Because this is an entirely new land. So if you can explore the land and find new stuff to bring back and sell, you get like a ton of money. Or like if the place is rich with resources, you can like buy stuff or not buy stuff, but like mine and stuff.
Okay.
And then that's about it for this section.
Wait, can we review it? Let me like review it. So, uh, Jamestown is the first town there.
Hmm.
And Mayflower Compact was just self-government and the start of self-government. And the Mayflower Compact, signed by many pilgrims, helped establish the idea of self-government. Mayflower Compact was just helped, I don't know, signed by pilgrims, and it helped the idea of self-government. The Virginia
House of
House of
Burgers.
Burgers.
Yeah, Mr. Harris called it burgers. It's easy to remember. That was like
Bur-
sorry, the Virginia House of Burgers was just like the first time people ever got together and they just like talked. Like how
and
remember
ate burgers.
yeah, well not burgers, but
So, first representation assembly in North America. Fundament Orders of Connecticut. What's that?
what? Don't worry about it.
Okay, and then they wanted to.
Oh, you froze. I'm sad.
Wait,
Hey,
was I muted? Did you mute me?
maybe. Mwah.
Colonization is making somewhere your home. So they
Mhm.
were trying to make U.S. their home
Yep.
by going there for political, which is what's political? I forgot.
What's your favorite type of cake?
Uh, strawberry.
I'll bake you a cake. You deserve it.
Huh?
Bake you a cake. You deserve it.
What?
I'll bake you a cake, bitch. You deserve it.
Political? What's political?
Political was like you wanted to get land for your country.
Okay.
That's the same thing as
So so political. So they want to make U.S. their home. So they um what what's political again?
political is like glory. It's like you want to get land for your country and be like, here. I'm superstar. I discovered so much land.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
okay. So
books. You
they
know.
wanted to make U.S. their home and um like find things and I forgot what you just said about political.
Okay, you know what? I'll help. Political. This was like I discovered this land. I'm so great. People are gonna remember my name forever. You know, you want to discover land for your country and be like a savior or whatever.
Okay, so you want so political is political is just land.
Yeah, just like you want to find land or like you want to like get your reputation up and be like, hey, everyone, guess what? I discovered America. Right? You know what? I'm so cool. You love me.
So political is just land.
Well, yeah, because like you can't go to essentially just land. You want to get land for your country. That's essentially what political was.
Is that the Vietnam flag?
No, that's the Spanish flag. Spain.
Anyways, um, so they just wanted land, and religious was to escape Christianity because they didn't want to be Christian, and economic was um what was religious to spread it or what?
Okay. Religious, it depends on where you're looking at it from. If you're looking at it from like England, you want to escape Christianity. If you want to look at it from Spain, they want to spread Christianity because three Gs is only the three Gs only apply to Spain. This is Spain only, okay?
Okay,
But but this down here, this is for everyone. This over here is for everyone.
okay. And Spain only wanted God, gold, and glory.
And that's the same thing as these three essentially, but like these are talking more about Europe's reasons than Spain. But it's still
What's
hmm?
what's economic?
Economic is like gold. You know, you just want money or like you want to like find like rare riches there, rare ores and stuff.
Mhm.
And then social is like maybe like you're ugly or like women can't vote. So I'm gonna go over there and I'll start a new land, new country. I'll be better.
Oh, well, create a different kind of society. Is the political is land, right? Religious is Spain wanted to spread it, the Christianity that, and England didn't want to. And economic was money. They wanted more money, and social was create a different kind of society.
Mhm. Like maybe you want to create a society based off Nicki Minaj and how great Nicki Minaj is, but like Britain's like you're crazy. Why would anyone want to do that? You know?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then Jamestown was the first town there, and Mayflower Compact was the start of self-government, and the Pilgrims signed it,
Mhm.
and yeah, and then what's the next one after that? The Virginia House of that?
That's
It's where people gather together, the
Mhm.
first one, and talked about
And no, it's like just like the first time they've ever like voted on stuff, and
the first time they ever voted on stuff was the burgers.
the burgers.
And I don't know what fundamental
Um,
that is.
that's basically just like a paper, and it was like, here in Connecticut, you cannot drink, you cannot smoke, you cannot be crazy cuckoo, or we will ban you. That's basically what it was.
Okay.
Or like, and it was like, the government will listen to everyone, and you will be heard. You will be
You
racist.
will be heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and remember, we can just sum all this up over here for 3Gs or political, religious, economic, social.
Sorry, I took over. Okay.
Okay, this is
I
the
should be taking notes.
probably, but it's all here. Okay, so the 13 colonies, we had the New England colonies, the Middle colonies, the Southern colonies. You remember this?
Yeah, the New England. It was very cold
It was cold,
and
bad soil. Remember?
and it was bad soil and rocky soil. The middle one was perfect and everything was good. And the
Yeah.
southern ones had a lot of slaves, but that was after the triangle thingy. And it was very hot and long summers.
Great. Do you remember the how we were talking about like the Britain passed a bunch of acts that made it like super hard for us to live?
Uh-huh.
One of the ones they passed was the Proclamation of 1763. Do you know what that is?
That's the one Chris got wrong.
No.
Basically, all they said was, you see this right here? You see this mountain over here, the Appalachian Mountains?
Apple, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
They were like, this is a line. This is a proclamation line. Proclamation line of 1763.
What's
You
a
cannot,
proclamation?
huh?
What's a proclamation?
Proclamation is just basically just saying like, it basically just means like you're saying something. Like, I proclaim that I'm the best person ever, right? The Proclamation line of 1763 basically told the colonies, you may not move past this line or I will kill you. I will ruin your life. That's basically what I said. And people are like, what the fuck? But what if I
Wait,
want to go?
what? Can you say that again?
Huh?
That what?
It basically just banned any like anyone settling past this line. So you can only settle over here.
For what?
Hmm?
For what? What do you mean?
Like, let's say you're living in North Carolina, right? You're living right here.
Okay.
But then you're like, life is getting boring. I want to go somewhere else. And you want to go past that line. You can't do that. The line basically said you had to stay over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically about it about that line. And this talks about mercantilism and stuff.
Called proclamation of
Huh?
proclamation of what?
Proclamation of 1763. Okay, you want to
1763. Okay.
you know what mercantilism is, right?
Mark. That was I forgot.
Come on, man. We just talked about this.
British government.
It's where everything goes back to the mother country. So
Oh yeah, cause
yeah.
merchant. So it's like you. So the 13 colonies, and then they have to give everything they had to the British.
And then like whatever,
So,
like let's say they want to sell stuff to Britain, right? Because they're basically saying you can only sell stuff to Britain, but then Britain would be like, you can't trade with other countries. You can only trade with Britain. So basically, everything that they make just go back straight to Britain, you know.
Okay.
And then we have a free enterprise. That's the kind of economy we have in the U.S., right?
free enterprise, which is just isn't that starting a small business
Yeah,
kind of?
that's just like you can start a business. You can do whatever you want. We won't stop you, right? You, and-
Yeah.
yeah. And this is just key vocab. You should take notes on this. This is important.
Joint stock company.
hmm This is how Jamestown was founded. Jamestown was
What's
founded for money.
First Great Awakening?
Okay, hold on. First Great Awakening was just like a trend.
Trend
Okay,
for
you know how sometimes people go crazy with trends and they're like, wow, if I knew this sooner, I would have never supported James Charles, right?
uh-huh. Oh,
Th-
yeah, you knew him?
yeah, this point right here was just like, oh my God, we need to go to church.
So,
Yeah, this is mainly religious.
okay.
And then mercantilism, remember we just learned about this. Toleration, you know what toleration means, right?
You can't tolerate someone.
Yeah, that means like you can't stand them. So tolerate means you can stand something. Like,
Wait, tolerate means you can stand something, but intolerate can't, right?
yeah, so like I can't tolerate you. That means like I can't stand you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I can tolerate you, it's like maybe I don't like you being here, but I can deal with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indentured servant, this is basically just a slave in different words.
In what?
Basically, you agree to work as a slave, and then after a while, you get to become a citizen of America. That's what an indentured servant is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's it. That's it for now. We're gonna skip.
Wait, can we review?
Yeah, let's review. Sorry, yeah.
Merchant was basically um the U.S. having to give everything to Great Britain, and free enterprise is like basically starting small business kind of,
You can do whatever
and
you.
like they help you start a business.
Mhm.
Indentured servant was working as a slave for a long time, and then you get to be like a U.S. citizen.
But that's like guaranteed, basically. Like so sometimes if you're a slave, maybe they'll let you go. But this is like kind of like guaranteed. Like I'll work for you only if I get like free passage. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, my computer. Okay. Um, and First Great Awakening was like, well, you wouldn't have done this if you knew what
It was just like a trend where people were like, you need to go to church.
um,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Oh, representative government. This is also really. This is like one of the most important things out there. How do I highlight this or something? I don't know. But remember this, okay? Remember this one.
Which one? What's that? Represent people chosen by the citizens to make decisions on their behalf and represent them in what is like a slave or whatever.
That basically just means government. So like this right here is just like I want I want Barack Obama to be my president, right? The people choosing who represents them, right? I want Barack Obama to be my president. Well, no, I want Donald Trump to be my president, right? That's just what representative government is. You get someone to represent you in the government. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is just everyone who founded the colonies and shit, right?
People of colonies.
This is there's probably gonna be a question on this. You might want to learn that, but
What is it?
this one's really just about remembering. This is just like who founded the colonies and what they did and stuff.
Okay.
Do you want to research that or no?
Read. Do you say read it?
Do you want to read it or no?
Is it important?
Probably.
Thomas Hooker, founded father of American democracy. Connecticut adopted to fundament,
Connecticut.
sometimes called the first written constitution. Which was that? What was that?
Hmm?
First written constitution.
Yeah, I'll sum it up for you. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Thomas Hooker, all he essentially did was he founded Connecticut, right? Oops, sorry. He founded Connecticut and he wrote the Fundamental Orders of Connecticut. That's really all he did. William Penn, he is, you know that the guy in the oatmeal?
Isn't
Quaker
Harvey
Oats,
Kite?
huh?
Yeah, the guy with the blue hat. Yeah.
Yeah. That's William Penn. He made Pennsylvania. He made Philly, right? He made it for
Wait.
Quaker, huh?
Okay, can you restart that?
Restart what?
Who are you talking about?
William Penn.
Okay. What did he do?
He made Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania was basically just a place for Quakers to live. Quakers are basically like your hippies.
Quakers.
Yeah,
Like crap. Aren't those white people?
yeah. They were like they called themselves the Friends of something. They called themselves Friends basically. Basically, what they believed in was like you be you, do whatever the fuck you want. Who cares? You don't have to serve in the military. You don't have to do anything. You just be free, right? Like they were the hippies, you know. They were like super cool.
And who is that? William Penn?
Yeah, William Penn, the guy in the oatmeal. He established it for Quakers. Well, a good way to remember that is he's on Quaker Oats, you know. And then we have Anne Hutchinson. She was basically she was in the Massachusetts colony, right? And she was just like a feminist. She was like, men shouldn't be able to do everything. Women should be able to do some stuff. You know, we are cool and shit. And then they kicked her out.
Oh, me.
Yeah, so she and Roger Williams helped found Rhode Island. And then Roger Williams was like, you also like church and state should be very separate.
Okay, so wait, what was Thomas Hooker?
Thomas Hooker founded Connecticut.
That's all.
He wrote the Fundamental Orders of Connecticut too.
Wait, can you repeat that?
He wrote the Fundamental Orders of Connecticut as well.
And William was a hippie and do whatever. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
And Anne, she was a feminist and wanted women to have rights too, and they kicked her out.
Mm-hmm.
And Roger Williams was
Rhode Island
Rhode Island what?
founder. He found Rhode Island.
He found what?
Rhode Island.
What on Rhode Island?
No, Rhode Island, like he found the colony Rhode Island.
Okay.
You know how William Penn founded Pennsylvania and Thomas Hooker founded Connecticut. Roger Williams founded Rhode Island.
Okay.
Now we are gonna go. Remember we learned about this. This will be easy for you. Do you remember the triangular trade?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's basically what happened. American gave tobacco, rice, and indigo to England, right? And then England.
Okay. Yeah.
And England then traded that to Africa. Africa gave it to the slaves to the American colonies.
Textiles.
Huh?
What's that? Gun and textiles.
Guns. Yeah, they traded like clothes and guns to Africa,
Okay.
and Africa gave them slaves.
Yeah, I remember.
And then there was also another triangle of trade. Basically, this is where the American colonies traded rum and iron to Africa, and they gave slaves to like the Caribbean islands. And then the Caribbean islands gave sugar and molasses to America.
Wait, bro, Yan asked me.
Hmm?
Oh, it was an hour ago. He said, which history star test did you and Chris take?
I'm gonna take the same one, so it doesn't even matter.
Chris took 2018. Okay. What was the other triangle trade?
It was in the American colonies, Africa, and the Caribbean islands.
And what happened?
American colonies gave rum and iron to Africa. Africa gave slaves to the Caribbeans, and the Caribbeans gave sugar and molasses to us.
Can you repeat that?
American colonies go beer, iron, Africa. Africa goes slaves to the Caribbeans. The Caribbeans go sugar, molasses, America.
Okay.
Do you need to repeat it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the American colonies, they have rum and iron, right?
American colonies. Yeah, okay.
So they give that to Africa.
And
Africa. Yeah, Africa then trades that to the Caribbeans.
Wait, the American blah blah goes gives to India and it gives it to England.
Hmm?
Right?
Wait, what?
Gives like tobacco and stuff.
Yeah.
To Indians. I mean England.
England.
And the England gives guns. What's textiles?
Textiles.
Clothes?
Hmm?
Is that what's that?
Textiles is like clothes and fabric.
Okay, so they just gave England gave clothes and blah blah and guns to Africa. Africa gave American colonies slaves.
Yep.
But mostly Southern, because they had slaves.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the second one? That's what I was wondering.
I was trying to explain it to you. Okay, so the American colonies, they traded rum and iron to Africa.
Okay.
And then Africa gave the Caribbean, the West Indies, they gave them slaves.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Africa gave slaves to the West Indies.
Africa gave slaves to the Indies. And where are the Indies?
No, that's just the Caribbean islands.
Where's that?
You know, like where Cuba and Puerto Rico is?
Uh-huh.
Near the Gulf of Mexico?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where
So
Christopher Columbus originally landed.
Africa gave the Indies what?
Slaves.
Okay, slaves.
Uh-huh.
And
And
then
the Indies gave sugar and molasses to America.
okay. Sugar and molasses to America. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason that there were slaves is because people really wanted like cheap labor for all this cash crops they were growing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Some bitch texted me.
Oh yeah. She said she missed 10 and then I told her I got 50.
Good. Okay.
I'm
Now
gonna retake this again tomorrow and see if I get a higher grade.
Yeah. Okay. This is where we were before. Holy shit. There's so much. You want to just read up for all of this?
No, so much.
I know.
How much? There's a lot more. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're only on unit 2, babe.
I'm tired. What the heck?
Yeah, I know. I'm tired too. There's 12 units to learn.
What's the age of Jackson?
The age of Jackson was when Jackson was president. President Jackson was
Who
president.
was Jackson?
Andrew Jackson was like just your regular old man. He was like,
Why did he get elected?
huh?
Why did he get elected?
because people were like, he's normal, he'll help us. I don't know.
Okay. And wait, so tomorrow we're gonna review science, and then do you want to review science again on Wednesday, so we
I
can have it Thursday?
I did 8 of the science questions. I've done 15 of the science questions already.
Yeah, like tomorrow do the star and like practice and more.
I still haven't done my homework today.
Do you want to go do it?
I was going to, and then you called me.
Ah, ah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go do it?
Not really.
What does it do?
Last month.
What?
Yeah, let's do April 30th.
Is it geometry?
Yeah.
Does she fail y'all?
No, she doesn't take league points. That's why it's not done yet.
Oh,
She never takes league points. Also, I don't even know if it's a grade because she didn't put it in the grade book, but she put in an assignment for it, so it probably is a grade.
mhm.
Should I
So what do you want to learn to?
should I buy her should I buy her embroidery machine?
How much you gonna charge for me to import or something?
Depends on how expensive the machine is. Holy crap. Okay, let me see. There's
You
some
buy one. For what reason?
huh?
For what reason?
You know what? There's so much. I'm gonna cry.
Me too. There is a lot. Oh, what was man, I don't know how to.
You know what? Any questions? Just get them out of the way.
Why would I have questions when I don't even know what it is? Okay, let's review to unit 3.
No, let's do a quick recap. Tell me what happened.
Okay, so Christopher Columbus wanted to.
Don't look at your notes.
I don't have notes.
Oh, what have you been
I
doing?
should take this.
What have you been doing? Have you just been like shuffling in your chair?
No, I've been like concentrating on it,
Okay.
shuffling it, putting it in my head. Okay, so Christopher Columbus wanted to go to India, and he was like, blah blah blah. He just went over there because he thought it would lead to India, but it didn't. And he found the um, 13 colonies, and he named it New England, Middle Colonies and Southern Colonies, I think.
Well, he didn't name it that, but yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, and then New England is just cold or rocky soil,
Hmm.
and middle was good, everything good, and um, the southern one is the one that's very hot and long summers. And then, yeah, and then that belonged to Great Britain, and everything that they gave to Great Britain, and Great Britain gave guns and clothes to Africa. Africa gave the what's it called, 13 colonies, slaves, mostly in the South.
Okay.
And yeah, and they didn't want that. So, well, the 13 colonies didn't want it. Well, didn't want to keep doing that with Great Britain. So they wanted. That's when the American Revolution started, and basically, something about Lexington,
Lexington and Concord.
and yeah, something about that, and then they all get the important people all gathered together and um, made George Washington president. George Washington didn't know what to do because they didn't have anything, and no one would want to partner with them because they have nothing. And then Thomas Paine was the guy who wrote the book Common Sense, and that helped people realize that, oh, we can do that, and blah blah blah. And then they had nothing. In the blah blah blah, whatever, they were the military volunteers because they had nothing. So all the military they had was the volunteers. And the Battle of Saratoga was the first battle that the U.S. won against Great Britain, and that made France realize they were kind of useful. And Yorktown was the last battle, and something about the Declaration of Independence signed on July 4th, 1778 or 76, 76, I think. And that's all for that one. Um, and then for the other one, it's Jamestown was the first town, and Mayflower Compact was the beginning of self-government. And there was another thing under the Mayflower Compact, but I don't remember. Oh, it was the when they all gathered together to um talk. There's the first one. They all gathered together to talk, and then the Spain, I think, was there for the God Gold Glory, and the French. Oh yeah, the French was Fish for Friends, and um, they wanted to colonize the 13 colonies, and for what's the first one? Economics, which is just land, and the next one was, I think it was religion. The New England didn't want Christianity, and the Spain, I think, they did want to spread it, and then um, something about business, and then they didn't care if you started a business or not, and then something about like if you didn't want something here, you could like try to go over there and create a new thing. There was one more, but I forgot. And then Anne, I forgot her last name, but she was a feminist in the group of the people, and she got kicked out. I don't know why, but she got kicked out. Um, Thomas Hooker or James Hooker. I don't know. His last name was Hooker. He found Connecticut, and so I remember. And then William Payne or something. I don't remember. I think he might be Philadelphia or something. Pennsylvania. Something. I don't know. And then the last one was. I don't remember. And I think that's all we reviewed. And then you reviewed the triangle again, and the second triangle, and I don't remember the second triangle. So yeah. Hello, are you dead? Oh my god, are you dead? Hey, come back. Hey, come back. Babby? Oh, that was Babby? I didn't know that. Are you dead? Hello.
Okay, where are we? Hello?
I literally just explained everything.
I know. You really just explained everything.
Where were you?
I was listening.
Where'd you go? You left me. Are you pooping? That
Oh,
one.
oh, you, oh shit! Sorry, I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I was like awake, like I was like listening, but I wasn't listening. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
So
here.
did you hear one?
I heard you explain the first half.
You heard first time.
It's okay. I believe in you. You probably have the second half right too.
How long did we review to the second? Remember to the
Hmm.
second?
Hmm. What?
Uh-huh. What's the rest? Can you explain the rest like fast?
Oh my god. Okay, this is the reason why the American Revolution happened. So the Proclamation of 1763. Do you remember that?
17 to 16, no.
No, that's just like the line from earlier where it's like you can't go past this stupid line.
Okay, yeah. Oh, the proclamation of.
Yeah. And then the Sugar Act was like you have to pay sugar stamp.
Yeah, last stamp act. Yeah,
You have to
quarter.
yeah, quartering act. Soldiers had to go in your house. Boston Massacre.
Boston Massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the Boston Massacre?
Basically it was like protesters were like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then the soldiers just shot at them for protest.
And who just shot at them?
The the uh the Britain military.
Okay.
Hmm. And
Mhm.
then Tea Act that led to the Boston Tea Party, of course.
Yeah.
And then the First Continental Congress.
Boston Tea Party. town should X. Okay. So, bro, they taxed that? Oh yeah, they did. Boston Tea. What the heck? Boston Tea Party act of civil disobey. What's that? Dump British tea into Boston. Oh. Okay. Intolerable acts is series of severe laws.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Cancel town meeting. What's that?
What's what?
Intolerable acts.
Uh, it was just to like punish the people for
The Boston Tea Party.
yeah, for dumping all the tea. So like the first thing I think they did was like you can't trade anymore. They closed off all the ports, and then they canceled town meetings, so you can speak your mind. What else? What else? I think they passed some more taxes. I don't remember. A lot of stuff happened.
Hmm. And the first, was it? Isn't that when they all met up? The important people met up and made George Washington the president.
Uh, uh, I no, that's the second content of Congress.
Oh, that was the first.
Hmm.
What's the first?
The first was just like they were like, okay, you're not doing your job, you're not doing shit. Can you please fix yourself? And then they sent like a letter to King George, and he just never responded. He left them undelivered.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you remember Lexington and Concord?
Lexington.
Yeah.
Lexington was those were the first battles.
Lexington and Concord. Yep.
Revolution, Declaration of Independence. They just signed that July 4th, 1776. Saratoga was the first one. First battle that the U.S. won against the Great Britain and made France realize that they were.
I'm not sure. Sorry, not sure if it was their first battle that they won, but yeah, it was an important victory that made France their friend. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the winter, this was just like you ever seen those movies where it's like they're stuck in the middle of nowhere and it's super cold and they start eating each other and
Oh
stuff?
yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's just what this is. But it was for the American soldiers. Yorktown, you know that one, right?
Yeah, ending the last one.
And Treaty of Paris, which is what ended the American Revolution.
And why? What happened?
Hmm?
What happened?
No, it's just like a treaty. It's like the paper that you sign to be like, you are a country now. Yay.
Oh,
Yeah. And then, yay, we get to move on to the Constitution now. This is what started this whole shit.
Constitution.
You're,
Is this the third unit?
I don't know. Are you listening to me right now?
Yeah.
You had to learn all of these terms. You got it? All of them.
I don't got it. What's
Okay.
Thursday? B day.
We're gonna try and just figure it out by guessing. Okay? We're gonna start by guessing.
Okay.
So the first one is separation of powers. What do you think that means?
Separate powers.
Okay, but what does that mean? You say that, but what does that mean?
Not a lot of people get. Not one person only get one power.
And how do you think that plays into the U.S. now?
There's like state presidents. There's president. There's a judge. I don't know.
Okay, the U.S. now we're split into three branches of government, right?
Okay.
So we have the judicial branch, the executive branch, and the legislative branch, right?
They what?
The legislative branch, the judicial branch, and the executive branch, right?
What the fuck? Wait, can you repeat
Judicial, executive, and legislative branch.
that? Okay, what's the difference?
So basically, sorry.
What the fuck is almost one?
Yeah, I know. The separation of powers divided the power of the government into three people or three branches. The legislative branch, which made the law, executive branch, which like executed the law, and judicial branch, which interpreted the law.
Legislative makes the law. Executive executes. Executive executes. Judicial
Interprets.
was interprets.
Judicial was like they judged the law.
Judge the law. So legislative makes the law. That one that executes the law and judges the law. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. They don't talk about judicial review, right? But remember, judicial review, we talked so much shit about that earlier, right? Okay, whatever. Let's talk about checks and balances. What do you think that means?
Bills, money.
No.
Okay.
It has to relate to the separation of power we talked about earlier. Does that help? It has to do with
I
that.
remember reviewing this, but I don't remember what. I don't remember.
Okay. So checks and balances, all it really meant was that each branch of government, they checked and they balanced each other out, right? So basically, all it really meant was that every single branch was equal in power.
Okay.
So made sure no branch of government became too powerful.
Okay.
So basically, example, the president, he can like stop a bill that the legislative branch passes, right? Right.
Okay.
But then Congress, they can be like, no, you suck as the president, so they can get rid of the president. But then the Supreme Court can be like, you know what, that law is just bad, not good, go away.
Okay, can you repeat that?
Okay, basically, each person can check the other person and like, you know, just be like, you need to get your shit together. Yeah. So like the president, he can be like, yeah, this bill is being vetoed. It's not working. No. But then Congress is like, no, you're not working. The president's bad. Bye. And then but then the Supreme Court is like, okay, this law is not working. That can go by, you know?
Okay.
Basically, you can cancel out each other. That's the point here. So everyone's balanced, everyone's equal.
Okay.
And this is where judicial review comes into place. Do you remember how we talked about judicial review earlier?
Sorry.
Do you remember judicial review?
No.
No?
No.
Well, basically, the judicial branch, right?
What happened?
The judicial branch, right?
What happened to it?
They have the power to just say like a law is like stupid broken and it should go away. And but that's what judicial review was. They basically reviewed the law and they're like, is this good? Is this bad? Right?
Yeah.
So people were just like, what the fuck? That's not checking and balancing. They're just overpowered. They have too much power, right?
Yeah, they don't want a lot of power.
Yeah, that's just what the controversy behind judicial review was. Okay. Federalism is just sharing power between the state and the big government.
Okay.
And anti-federalist wanted the states to have more power. Federalists wanted the government to have more power.
Can you repeat that? Federal what?
Federalists, they wanted the government to have more power than the states. Anti-federalists, they wanted the states to have more power.
Okay.
Okay.
Federalist wants the president to have more power than the state.
hmm Limited government. This one's important. This one's just like,
Like, not a lot of things. Like, they're only limited power.
yeah, like you're not Kim Jong Un. You're not gonna make us do anything you want.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, limited government was just like you have a limit, right? Like you have to follow the law too. Like if you're president, you can't just like go around killing people. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Republicanism. Okay. Do you remember this? Do you remember what this was?
It's like it's not a political party. It's a voting system.
Yeah, republicanism basically was a system where you choose who represents you,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and then example voting.
Don't know this one.
Yeah,
Popular.
popular sovereignty.
I don't know that.
That's just the idea that the government, all the power of the government comes from the people.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, even if the government,
The most popular vote.
that's kind of just like the idea, like, okay, well, you have power, you can rule over us, but if we just leave your country, you don't have any power, or like, you only have power because we voted you there. Like, all the power goes to the people.
Okay.
Yeah. Last one is individual rights. You know that one, right?
Everyone has their own rights.
Yeah, everyone should just be free, have life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. You know.
Amendment.
Yeah, the first 10 amendments, basically. Oh shit.
So can I review the vocabulary and sleep? I'm tired.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Separation of powers. Separate. No one can have too much power.
Checks and balances is just no one can have too much power.
And checks and balances is they have to check the thingy and balance it out.
Yeah.
But what do they check and balance?
Okay. What do they mean by balance?
No, what do they check and what do they balance?
They check what the other branch does and they balance it. So
Okay.
like, okay, here, well, I'll give you an example. Let's say, the Congress passes a bill that's like everyone has to work, no matter how old, no matter how fucked up, no matter how addicted to drugs you are, you have to work, right?
Yeah.
Well, the judicial branch, they can check that and be like, no, this law is not right. Whatever, fuck off, right?
Mhm.
But then let's say they have to pass another law. It's like everyone has to work unless you have a medical condition. And judicial branch is like, okay, that's fine. But then the executive branch, they check it and they're like, fuck no. So the president, he's like, this bill's not happening. And that's basically just what checks and balances is. But then let's say the legislative branch, you're like, what the fuck, president? You fucking suck. That bill should have gone through. Like, we hate you. We're gonna make you go away. So that's when they're like, we're checking the executive branch. We're balancing it out. We're gonna get rid of you. We're impeaching you. Yeah, that's what checks and balances is.
Okay, and federalism, they want the president to have more power than the state.
No, well, that's a federalist. Federalism is just like the state and the government sharing power.
But which one has more?
Well, that depends on if you're a federalist or anti-federalist. Federalism is just saying that each one should have power.
Limited government is you have
to follow the law.
It's limited. You can't.
Yeah, like you can't be Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, him. Republicanism is you choose a person to vote for you or like do things for you. Right?
Yeah.
And popular society was I guess, was it like popular vote?
No, but well, okay, popular sovereignty is just all the power is in the people. Like,
okay, all the power is in the people.
Yeah, like we voted you into office, that's why you have power. well, we didn't vote you into office, but like, who are you gonna rule if we just leave, right? Like, we have all the power. You can't do jack shit. Mhm.
And, individual rights. It's just the First Amendment.
First 10 amendments, actually, but yeah.
The first 10 amendments?
Yeah, the Bill of Rights.
Yeah. Wait, the Bill of Rights is how many amendments?
It's 10.
10?
Yeah.
Then what about the other amendments?
Those are just added to the Constitution.
When were they added?
Well, they've been added like slowly over the years.
Okay. That's all for today.
Okay, so much.
Thanks, Chris.
Love you.
Around.
I would sleep, but I haven't showered yet. I lied.
God, you need to do your work and shower. Thanks for helping me.
No.
Did you
Oh,
get something out of this too? Did you review too?
yeah, I guess I reviewed. Hold on.